Come on in.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm Dave Pulver.
Great.
Gina, right?
Yes.
Here's my card.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, take a seat.
It's a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you.
I'm excited to talk with you.
Great, I'm excited to hear from you.
So tell me about yourself.
Okay, well myself, I've been working with this company for about 10 years now. My son just joined the practice with me, so I'm very excited about that. It's a new move. We're really excited to keep it in the family and keep the business running. So we're just really excited about doing new things with our business. We've been doing the same thing for 10 years, so we're looking for some new and exciting products.
And how is business?
Business is great. Yeah, it's been really good. We've seen a little bit of a decline in the past year, but you know, nothing no one hasn't seen, so
Right.
okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I want to get to know about you a little bit more. Do you mind if I take notes?
Sure, go ahead.
So tell me, how many new braces a month do you do? New clients do you get a month?
We usually have between 4 and 5 new clients a month with the braces, and we have a pretty large client base total. We have about we did about 200 last year braces.
200 braces?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a lot. Business wasn't that bad.
Yeah, not that bad, right?
And how much is each of these new clients worth to you?
Well, their worth for us is you know, basically priceless. We can't really put a number on it, but for each client we usually make about $2,000 to $3,000 per client. So they're very high worth for us with building new clients.
Can I ask what the profit margin is for that? I'm going to guess it's between $2,000 and $4,000 profit
Yeah,
margin.
that's about right. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, okay, and you get 4 to 5 new clients a month. Last year you ended up doing 200 new clients for the year. Okay. And how do you feel your customer satisfaction is with those braces?
We really have great customer satisfaction. We're kind of looking for something new and innovative. People like the braces when they have no choice, but with the older clientele, you know, adults, they don't really want to get braces the second time around if they've had it before and didn't use the retainer. So that's kind of our problem right now, is just, you know, with the kids, braces are fine because they have no choice and they don't really care what their mouth looks like. So with the older clientele, that's basically what we
there's a stigma you see when you walk down the street and you see an adult with braces. You're like, man, what did they do to their teeth?
Yeah. Big metal face, you know.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about our product. You've heard a little bit from Brian.
Yes, yep.
And but let me go into a little bit more detail. Invisalign has been around for a little while, and the beauty of our product is that it's clear. Mm-hmm. So the customers, those older clientele who care a little bit more about their self-image, they work, they do things like that. Because of the clarity and it's invisible, I mean, you won't notice it out of the mouth. Because of that, the customer feels much more confident getting that. So you say you're getting about 4 to 5 new clients now. Mm-hmm. How many new clients do you think you could get, people who might be a little skittish about getting braces, if they could get the Invisalign? Would you say an additional, 3, 4 customers a month?
I would hope so. I mean, that would be great if we could do that. So if that's something that you think your Invisalign product could do for us, then that's very interesting.
Well, we know we've been able to help 1 million smiles since we started. Mm-hmm. And that million's a lot. And we're spread out. We have about 36,000 practicing dentists and orthodontists around the country. Mm-hmm. So 4 new customers a month isn't very much of a stretch. So 4 new customers a month. Now our average dentist charges anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a month, $3,000 to $5,000 for the procedure. So we'll split the difference. We'll call it 4,000. 4 times 14 is 16. 16 times 12 is $192,000 a year in extra revenue, based on just the new clients. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean that's
especially as your practice is growing. You just brought your son on board. I mean, that just pays for his paycheck, right?
Almost.
So, I mean, that's a fair amount of revenue. And like I said, the beauty of our product is there's so many people that are so much more comfortable with the invisible shield.
Okay. Now, I do hear that that some people, when they get the treatment, they end up having to get braces afterwards because it doesn't completely correct the teeth with the Invisalign. Now, is that correct, or am I hearing wrong things?
That is correct. And let me tell you a little bit about that. Invisalign is, there are certain things that braces are still going to be better at. Mm-hmm. Okay, there are like impacted teeth, severe malocclusions, things like that. Braces are still going to be a little bit better for that. Invisalign is designed for some of the minor to medium problems.
Okay.
Now, sometimes as you put the Invisalign in, it doesn't look like that big of a problem, but after a year, Invisalign fixes a lot of the minor stuff, and you notice afterwards that there's a more severe problem going on, and so braces would have to be to fix that.
So in that case, how would I go about handling a customer like that came back and were unsatisfied with the Invisalign and actually have to go through the braces process then afterwards?
Well, the beauty is, if they had gone through braces initially, they'd be in the braces probably for 3 to 4 years. Mm-hmm. With the Invisalign process, they're in the Invisalign for a little less than a year. And so, because that took care of most of the minor problems, the major problem can be fixed. So they would probably only need the braces for another less than a year. So they still cut their total recovery time in half.
Okay. Yeah, I think they would be satisfied with that then.
I mean, I know it's an inconvenience for the customer.
Mm-hmm. But so is braces. So.
Right. So we try to do the best we can, but there are certain things that just can't be fixed.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it seems great. I got a lot of information from Brian, and I'd like to see a little bit more information about how much it would cost me to go ahead and do the certification.
Great. The certification is $19.95 for the first part. That takes about 6 hours.
Okay.
The second one is just a kind of a personal evaluation. We review everything, make sure you understand it all. That's only about a couple of hours. That's $350. So it's just under $2,400 for it all. That's the only costs you pay to us for certification. Then you become an authorized retailer and prescriber. We advertise a lot of that for you. If anybody calls our 1-800 number, so that's a little bit of free advertising for you. So yeah, just under $2,400 to get you and your son certified.
Okay.
I'll do that myself. We come in, period of 2 days, get you certified, and then you're ready to go all on your own.
So is this cost per person, or is that total for the practice?
That's total for the practice.
Okay, great. Okay.
Can we set up an appointment for next Wednesday? We'll get it started.
I would like to set up an appointment, and I would love to have my son here as well with that appointment, and we can really move forward with this. It sounds like a great offer that we can definitely benefit from.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I look forward to working with you.
Absolutely. I'll see you next week.